hello. Yeah, well, it makes sense. Hello, visuals. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Pokemon Thursday, the day of the week where we talk about how many times you've used Pot of Greed in your life. Visuals, psych. Got you, as per usual. We're here to talk about Pokemon. Of course we are, but more specifically, we're here to talk about Pokemon and the Fire-type starters. How was it going to do this, visuals? We're going to continue our little trend, so that means we're definitely going to have one more at some point. We did my favourite Grass-type starters, starting, you know, ranked from 9 to 1st. And we're going to do the Fire-type, and we might as well. I am a little weird freak that I tried to hold it off for a few weeks for as long as I couldn't afford. I'm going to have to do it now. I just, not for you, that you don't need this. For my sanity, I need to do Fire and then Water. And then lucky there's no other starters apart from that. Unless I do my favourite starters from the Let's Go games. Pikachu and Eevee, list done. But anyway, visuals, yes, it is my favourite Fire-type starters. As per usual, please let me know in the comments below your favourite Fire-type starters, and let us know what is your favourite type to start off with, Fire, Water or Grass? I want to hear that, because it's always Team Grass for me. Mostly it is, unless Snivy's involved, or Sprigatito. No thank you very much. But are you Team Fire, are you Team Water, or are you Team Grass? More importantly, what team am I in terms of favourite Fire team? Fire typing has been blessed with a lot of fantastic starters visuals. They've got a lot of great designs. I think probably maybe... In fact, I don't know if it's up for a debate. It's probably fact the most popular starter of all time has got to be Charmander, hasn't it? And I think most people do prefer the Fire typing. So this is probably the type that's not only the most popular, but the type that has the most popular starter. I would definitely... There's a lot of Fire starters that I know people absolutely adore. But anyway, we're not here to talk about who's the best. Well, we are, because I did ask for it in the comments, so I'll contradict myself there. I would be an awful lawyer. Here to take a look at my favourites. Why do I keep saying 5? Is it because I just didn't FFF? Favourite Fire starter. You're a twisted Fire starter. You're a Fire starter. Remember that old song that was so weird and acid tripping? Right, shut the fuck up, Dan. Here's my favourite Fire type starter, starting from number 9. Well, of course, starting from number 9. Number 9, I'm going to have to put Fennekin. Yes, Fennekin is weird to me. I do not hate the design. I don't hate the overall evolution, but something about Fennekin just does not stand out. It doesn't seem unique and amazing, and plus there's a bit too much hair growing out the ears for me. It's kind of like trim. It's like people will say about my nose hair being too long. I feel like I'm the nose version of a Fennekin. I don't know. The design just seemed very basic and weak and not much going on there, and it just, oh, it's a little fox, okay. And yeah, the whole witch bit doesn't really, I don't vibe with. But yeah, Fennekin, I'm sorry to all you Fennekin lovers, you're my least favourite Fire starter. Number 8 is Tepig. Now, Tepig, unfortunately, even though it's my favourite out the particular generation, but it falls in a category of weak starters for me. I don't mean weak as in not powerful or anything, but a trio that I don't adore. Oshawott, I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't mind Oshawott. I like Oshawott. Snivy, can't stand. Go away, you're a piece of shit. And Tepig being the best of a bad bunch for me. I like Emboar and Emboar and Thingy. The Fire fighting was becoming a bit of a meme as well at the time, I guess, because we'd just had 2 Fire fightings before that. And I don't know, I like the idea of having this Fire Pig. And like I said, I don't hate the overall design of Tepig and whatnot, but yeah, it's just a bit flat. It's so ugly. It's quite ugly as well, isn't it? I know that's ironic coming from me, hypocritical coming from me. But yeah, Tepig, I'm sorry, 8. One might get a few dropped jaws, but Torchic, yes, I am not a lover of Torchic whatsoever. I am not a lover of Combusken. I am not a huge lover of Blaziken. I think Trico and Trico's line's phenomenal. I think Mudkip and Mudkip's line is phenomenal. I think Torchic is so bad. And again, I'm probably in the minority here. I know a lot of people out there love Blaziken, so no knocks to you, whatever. Mega Blaziken give a little bit extra love to me, but the moment I saw Blaziken, I don't know why, in my head, it just screamed early Digimon. It screamed the first sort of wave of Digimons. You should be a part of it. It just looked like it would fit right in. Some humanoid Pokemon I can get away with, and some I can't. And that's a huge aspect. I think it's a really bad humanoid Pokemon, though. It's big, long, dangly legs. Like I said, when it goes into Mega, I get it a bit more. It looks like a kickboxery sort of type Pokemon, and the flames coming from wrist. It looks a lot better. But this is Chikorita. No, thank you. 6 is my lovely Fuecoco. I did say it right. Fucking idiot. I adore Fuecoco. I think they've absolutely nailed the design aspect of him. I think he looks phenomenal. I think he looks great. I think he is great. But where he falls short is the evolution. Skelleridge, it loses it a little bit for me. They did so well and they just went downhill. I think this is, well, alongside Generation 5, the weakest starter trio for me in terms of design wise. Quaxia line, nah. The Sprigatito line, nah. Fuecoco, awesome. The rest of the line, no, thank you for me. But he is my first Gen 9 Pokemon. He's who I chose to start off with. I think he is a great designer. They could have went a few different angles with him. And I think they could have. I don't mind the whole fire ghost and whatnot. I've got no issue with that. But I just feel like they could have took it a little bit better, made it a bit more menacing, whereas Skelleridge is a bit derpy on the floor, a clown sort of ghost thing. Yeah, Fuecoco's getting a lot of punishment for his final evolution, not that it's his fault. But if I was ever in Pokemon in real life, I don't think I'd ever evolve my Fuecoco. 5 is Litten. Now, there's not much I don't like about Litten. It's just somebody had to come 5th. Litten is awesome. The whole line, Pyro. Why do I keep saying Pyro for any cat Firemon? Torracat and then into Incineroar. Absolutely awesome. The whole wrestling aspect and wrestling design behind it. Great. I think the Alola trios are phenomenal all round. Rowlet will always be my boy. Popplio, amazing. Until you get further down the line, less amazing. But Litten, so good. And I fell in love with Litten even more. Oh, when we got that heartbreaking episode of the Stoutland and stuff. And it's like, oh my God, this is fucking heartbreaking. And obviously Ash's involvement with having his own Litten and stuff. It's just so heartbreaking, all of that. But I love Litten and I think they nailed the design. Number 4 is Scorbunny. It's a little football playing bunny. There's not much I can really hate about this. I adore football and I love bunnies, especially Bugs. And Bugs played basketball. Now Pokemon's version of Bugs Bunny plays footy. I think once again they nailed it with this. They nailed the design, the animation, the little design concept and story behind Scorbunny and the rest of the line. So much fun and it's so great. And his little cheeky sit there doing, because again we've all been with mates when we're at the playground or you finish in school and you know you meet up with your mates. You'd always have one that's just doing kick-ups for fun and whatnot. And it could be biased because I'm from Britain and football being a massive part of our culture and our society and who we are as British people, mostly around Europe as well, to be fair, and football being a key component, and to see this little bunny kicking its little stern about, ready to do its hops and whatnot, I don't know, I associate a lot with it because you can tell, well, I think it loves football, it loves kicking a ball at least anyway, and I'm like, I get what you're doing there, pal, and I get why you love it, and I just think they did a great job at designing it. I love seeing him in the anime and how he run about, the certain personality that we see with certain Scorbunnies and whatnot. Just awesome. 3 is Chimchar. Chimchar is up there, great design, awesome starter. But again, it's probably because the story that we got in the anime from Ash's Chimchar and when it gets all the way to its Infernape to seeing how crazy it gets when it goes up against Paul and whatnot and using its what's its ability called again? It's a burnout, overheat, overdrive. when Infinite goes so nuts and he's just about to faint, so he gets all of his power together and he goes absolutely nuts. But yeah, Chimchar I fell in love with because of that whole story thing. He probably would have been a bit further down the list. I probably would have put Score Bunny above him, but because it comes with such a beautiful, amazing story, and us following Ash with his Chimchar, and kind of like Charmander, how he found Charmander, where he found Chimchar, and that had been abandoned and whatnot. Yes, it was a bit of rehash and repeat of what we got with the Charmander stuff, but it still worked with Chimchar, especially with it being like a little monkey and whatnot. It's so cool and it's so badass, and I just fucking love the little fucker. 2 is Cyndaquil. I think this one probably definitely does come down to being biased because he's been around for so long, because he's part of the OG clan, because Typhlosion's so amazing and so awesome, because Quilava's great. I think it does come down to my love for Gold and Silver and him being part of that trilogy, because even though I do absolutely adore Cyndaquil, I can't actually think of a legitimate reason as to why it would be second and maybe not third or even fourth. But I just think of Gold and Silver as such fond memories of it first coming out. Look at the box art, seeing Cyndaquil on the cover, getting my first ever Cyndaquil TCG card and whatnot. And there's just a lot of great memories involving the starter trio of the Johto region and whatnot. So they're always going to hold a place inside of here. And I think Cyndaquil was just a case of me being very biased because I'm reminiscent of my good old days. But I still do love Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil's adorable and cute, and there's not actually anything I don't like about Cyndaquil. So fuck it, I can be biased. It's my list. Number 2. Number 1, is it any surprise? Is it any shock that it's Charmander? Of course it is. Now, I might not fall into the category of Charmander being the best starter of all time or even the best starter in the Kanto games because I'm Team Bulbasaur, but I do understand and appreciate the love and, the reasons why people just adore Charmander so much, why it's most people's favourites, why it's the favourite starter of the Kanto region, Charizard being so iconic and Charmeleon, and again, just like Chimchar and whatnot, the story and the arc and the line that I went with, being abandoned on the rock by Gary and holding the flame above it and whatnot, eventually evolving too early into Charmeleon, too early into Charizard, and costing eventually Ash the battle against fucking what's-his-face in the Indigo League and stuff. It's iconic, isn't it? Charmander is Pokemon. If you were to say to somebody, name 10 Pokemon, there's every chance that they'll mention Charmander, if not Charmeleon or Charizard and whatnot. It's the OG fire starter. It's the OG starter, which 80% of Pokemon players for the first ever time turning on blue and red and yellow and whatnot would have probably chose, well, not yellow, but, blue and red and green and whatnot, probably would have chose Charmander. And I get it. I see why it's the dragon, but not a dragon. It's the iconic Zard line. You know what I mean? But yeah, Bulbasaur still beats you for me, pal. But I do fucking love you, and you are definitely the best fire starter. We have the visuals. That was as I hold Link's sword, my favourite fire starter type Pokemon. Favourite fire starter type. What type are you, starter? Favourite fire starters visuals. It sounds so weird to keep saying fires. Yeah, I really love that. Please, no one go out and start fires. Do not start a fire unless it's in a controlled environment or for genuine warmth or health, and not for health, or for like if you're Bear Grylls in it somewhere. Just don't go out starting fires. Please let me know your favourite fire starters in the comments below. Visuals. Like I said, if anything, I maybe would have put Cyndaquil. No, but I was about to say I'll put Cyndaquil a bit further down, but I'm thinking of it now, and I can see the shiny boxes of gold and silver, and I can see Cyndaquil there. They're in the top right hand corner of the back of the box. They're in one of the corners, aren't they? And it's just, I can't do it. I just have so much fond memories of Cyndaquil being on my teams and whatnot, or going up against a Cyndaquil, or constantly seeing Cyndaquil everywhere during that, because Pokemon was at a massive height when Gen 2 came out, wasn't it? It was massive height when Gen 1 came out, but Generation 2 was such a massive success. And I could just remember seeing Cyndaquil fucking everywhere. Yes, please, more importantly, visuals, let me know your favourites in the comments below. And apart from that, that is Pokemon Thursday. That is my favourite fire type starters. Of course, I don't know if it'll be next week, but at some point soon, we will have the water type. Part till. Till then, visuals, thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally rest, boys. Keep being you and keep on keeping out.